No Jumper, man. It's T-Rell. And I'm here with my girl, man, Jazz Anderson. One time, man. And why are you laughing?
I don't know.
I know why her ass is laughing. She just spilled water all on this motherfucker. We probably wouldn't even go get through the last day. She is my last interview, but she
didn't
just
have to
spilled
tell
water.
my business like that.
Man, but shout out to Boston Nova. Shout out to Kelvin. Shout out to Laura. Like I said, man, you can really rely on this whole crew. I didn't even panic, do nothing.
You
but
didn't.
I was like, hopefully she don't break that. But we got another one just to replace that bitch. I'm telling you here, like it get crazy. Like,
Oh my God.
it get crazy. But what's up, man? What's up, man?
Man, I'm excited to be here. Like, let me just tell you, I grew up in LA.
Yeah.
So this is like big for me. Even sitting here with you,
This
it's
is
big.
big?
I don't think you know that. Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Because I be telling people like I went to Beverly Hills High, but I was never there. I was in Inglewood. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you was
Compton.
spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could say that.
But
yeah.
I wanted to, some female rappers to come on, and I'd express that. I had I had my homegirl come on here, and nobody else reached out.
Really?
And then I ain't even gonna lie. Like I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if your mama hit me or not. Like if you hit me, I was saying yeah, regardless, because
Okay.
I just wanted
I
some
love
girls
that.
to come
Thank
on
you.
here. And then I started doing my research before I even said yeah. I was already on it.
Okay, good.
Let me see what she got going on. Let me see what it do. You feel me? But yeah, I'm glad to have you on too, man.
I'm honored to be here.
Damn, that's tight, man. So for the No Jumper fans, we got to get it right. Get it right into it. Because they don't know you, so we
Yeah.
got to make them familiar with you. You feel me? Even though you think you famous.
Oh God.
To these niggas, they don't know
they gonna be
shit.
like, who?
Yeah, like who is the fuck is that? So we got to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
You know where you grew up.
Well, Beverly Hills, my whole life, pretty much. Most people know me from being on Basketball Wives with my mom. So, yeah, I was doing Basketball Wives, but then I also loved basketball. So I ended up moving from California to Texas because I played college ball.
But
there.
who is moms?
Oh, Tami Roman from Basketball Wives.
Okay, yeah. So
that's my mom.
Let's get that out the way.
Yeah, that's my mom.
Yeah.
So yeah, I moved to Texas, but pretty much it's like I'm an LA girl at heart. And most people know me from reality TV, but I do rap, as you said.
So from being born to like high school, you lived in Beverly Hills.
Well, I was in Calabasas first. Then
you balling.
yeah, I was in Calabasas, baby. Then we went to New York for a bit. I lived in the Bronx for like 2 years.
Oh,
And
okay.
then Beverly Hills, and then Texas.
Then back to Beverly
Yeah.
Hills. How was that? Being a California girl, like living that life. Because my girl from Texas, like,
Oh, okay.
So to actually have a young black woman just actually living in Beverly Hills
Yeah.
and Calabasas since she grew up, like, how was that?
I always tell this story because it's so crazy for me. Like I played basketball at Beverly Hills High as well. I was popular, things like that. And I always tell people before I went to a HBCU, I'm gonna get killed for this, but I didn't experience racism. Like I felt like I was one of them. And it was crazy. I had to go to a HBCU to really like learn about my culture and know who I was. So that's why I'm so thankful for that opportunity. But when you asked me like, how did it feel? I felt like I'm not black, I'm OJ. Like that's honestly how I felt growing up. And I had to get humbled and, realize, no, you black,
Oh, so you was carrying yourself like that, like
Yeah,
but not like
I'm not gonna
that,
say I was
but not-
pretentious and arrogant because my mom didn't instill those values in me, but worldly things that black people went through, I didn't really go through it. Yeah. I didn't feel stereotyped, none of that. Like, and I feel like they always felt I belonged because my mom was on TV. My dad is a ex NBA player, all-star. So for them, it was like, you could sit with us.
Yeah.
So I had to go to a HBCU to really experience being stereotyped, racism, things like that. Because my HBCU was in Waller, Texas, which is like country.
Yeah. So outside of the college, it was just like a different story for you, where you had to, experience some of those things. Like
Exactly. And I
racism
kind of
like
got
that.
a little bit of it when I went to the Bronx, but it was so cultural there that it was kind of like, I was groovy. Like I felt like I belonged there too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when I went to Texas, that's
You know
really
what?
not-
I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, maybe it's just a California, like West Coast thing. Cause I have never experienced racism.
See?
And I'm from the ghetto.
Oh my gosh, thank you. People look at me like I'm crazy when I say that.
Like I've never experienced nobody giving me the N-word, the hard ER. I don't know what the fuck that is. Like if a nigga ever come up to me and tell me some shit like that, I'd probably be like, this nigga wild.
Right.
Yeah, like I wouldn't know how to react to it. So
Exactly.
like I don't even think it's just a Beverly Hills, Calabasas thing. I think just niggas is just cool out here.
Maybe.
You feel me? Yeah,
maybe.
niggas is just cool out here. So yeah, so you went to New York, you said? You traveled to New York.
I lived in the Bronx for 2 years.
Damn, how was that?
It was a culture shock for me because you take me out of Calabasas, throw me in the Bronx. I'm like, I got to take the train and the bus, and these people are crazy. Like, that's how I'm looking at it. But, you know, after the first year, I loved it. Like, it grew on me.
And that was high school or college days?
That was high school. I think I was in, that was, 8th grade.
8th grade?
9th grade, yeah.
Damn, I went to New York, and I was like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it was very fast-paced. Now, that it is. I was kind of like, oh, my gosh.
Everybody walking. You know what I'm saying? You
Nobody
might have to take the train. Yeah. Taxi don't want to
Yeah.
fuck with you. You know, where we from? We like, well, fuck it then. You don't want to fuck with us. We ain't even going to bother with you then. Well, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But, you know, mom's being famous, dad being a basketball star, like, damn, like, take me through some of that, like being a kid, and going to school, and you like, did they act? Well, you said they didn't treat you different, but like, how did you feel? Like, did you have like a weight on your shoulder to feel like, man, I gotta walk in these footsteps too?
No, I only did when I played basketball because like when I'm meeting with certain teams, they're like, okay, your dad was a point guard. We want you to fill this role, and are you left-handed like him? Things like that. But with my mom, no. What
was dad in your life? Did
No.
he like? Oh, he
So
wasn't
I don't
in
have
your
a
life.
relate. No.
He wasn't in
So
your life.
that's what made it more awkward. Is like I kept following somebody's footsteps in shadows who's not even around. Yeah.
So he wasn't around like at all.
No. Maybe text me on my birthday. You know.
Do
every
you have
now
a
and then.
relationship with him now?
No.
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 Oh, we ain't fucking with you. See, I was a Laker fan anyway, nigga. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, nigga. No.
You know,
come on.
now that I'm 26,
King?
I'm 26 now, so I don't bash him. But
Yeah.
I think we're just at the point where it's like, it's not going to be repaired, so let's just leave it where it's at. I feel like you missed
Too
things
much.
that I needed you for. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like, well, what do I need you now? My mom did a great job, so I'm cool.
I mean, you come from that bloodline too, so it's already in your blood, like to make it like it's there for you.
Right,
but it's just like I still need that extra support system.
Exactly.
You know, like 'cause my family and they athletic. My mom's side, and my dad's side, athletic or whatever the case may be. Same shit. You feel me?
Right.
Like it's destined for me, but you wasn't there though. Nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I need some type of support system. But as I get older, people like, well, let it go, and I'm like, well, bitch, I don't want to let it go.
That's me.
Yeah,
That's me.
like you go tell him.
Yeah.
Like so, I don't know. It's just like how do you repair that? Like, and will you ever?
There was he had a stroke like 2 years ago, and that was when I put my pride to the side and I reached out to him. But after that, we didn't talk. We don't talk now. So
you didn't ever go to any basketball games?
when I was like a kid, when I was young, like
Courtside.
2, 3.
So when you went to college and you played for what college did you go to?
Prairie View A&M
Prairie View.
University.
So
yeah.
he never came.
Oh no.
No games.
No
nothing.
Not at all.
Did
But
that-
he wasn't doing that when I was in high school, so it's kind of just something I get used to. Like, my mom was always my biggest supporter and fan, so
Yeah.
I was cool with it.
So, doing that, like, how do you feel that your name is, like, damn near as big as his now? And and you haven't even, like, reached,
Right.
like, your height, you know what I'm saying? Your pinnacle, like, and it's just, like, almost there, like,
Well,
damn.
I do, like, I don't want this to seem so cliche, but, like, anybody who's ever doubted me or wasn't there for me or things like that, that's why I do go so hard. And it's not to throw it in their face, like, ha, told you so, but it's just for me to be like, I didn't need you to get on the BET Cypher. I didn't need you to go D1 basketball. I didn't need you. You know what I'm saying? So,
So with basketball, what happened? Why did it end?
Oh, I got injured. So I had a high ankle sprain, and I had been getting injured since high school, though, so I think my ankle just gave out. I was on a wheelchair, then I went to crutches, and then they actually dropped me from the team.
What? Women's basketball is like...
They dropped me. They said I was recovering too slow. They called me into the office. I'll never forget that. And they just looked at me and was like, yeah, you're off the team.
Like, how did that make you feel? Like, did you like...
I was depressed. I was so depressed. Like, I dropped out of college, actually. So I have one more year left, but I ended up dropping out.
Because they say sports players, they put their all into it, and then once sports is over, it's
that's
just
how
like,
I felt. I was like, I've been doing this my whole life.
Yeah.
And like, wow. Like, here I am at 22, 23. I was somewhere in there. And like, you just basically going to look at me and be like, well, we don't need you no more. Like, we're going to discard of you. That's how I felt.
So who was there? Who was your crutch? Your mom?
My mom, yeah.
Damn,
it's always been her.
Damn, man. So mom's been there. Shout out moms.
Yeah, shout out to my mom.
Shout out moms and shout out all the single mothers out there that's doing that thing. Because that is like a really hard thing to do.
It is. And I think what made it so different for me is my mom was showing that struggle on TV. Like when she was on Basketball Wives, she was one of the, I think probably the first person to be able to say, I'm on food stamps. My ex-husband don't do shit. He don't pay child support. He don't do nothing. I'm on food stamps, EBT, things like that. Nobody had seen it. So me growing up, I think that's why I have such tough skin now, because when I was young, it was like, you can't really make me feel no way about it. This is my life. This is what we're going through right now. You know, and then it's like, here we are now. That was the little Bronx stint, if you know.
Yeah. How the fuck? I'm about to say, how the fuck was y'all in Beverly Hills
that's
on
what
food stamps?
I know.
Like,
That's why I had to clear that up real quick. So
yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, playing basketball. I mean, well, being a rapper now, but playing basketball. Like, was that the career path that your mom like had for you? Because I know, like, you know, music. I know the first transitions into music, no parent like believes in it. They really don't.
No, that's true though.
They fucking really don't believe in this shit. So I like, what career path did she see for you?
She saw basketball, but at the same time, we had to be realistic that it's like a glass ceiling. When it comes to women, like now I feel like they're trying to give more credit to the women's basketball, but even still, we're never going to get paid as much as the guys. I don't see it. So it's like some of those women are making what you can make at a good salary job, 9 to 5. So for me, it was like, I have to figure out something else. Anyway, when I saw I got injured, I was like, I'm done with it. Even if I recover, I'm not going to another college, none of that. Like, I'm done.
And your something else was rap?
Yes.
Like, were you always like a musical person?
That's what I was
like,
going to say. Yeah, I was. So for me, I remember I was like maybe like 10, 11, and I heard Jay Electronica Exhibit C, and I was like, I want to do that. And then I was listening to Lauryn Hill. So I was like, she make it like we could do it. And then around the same time, not the same time, but then as I got older, Nicki Minaj had dropped Beat Me Up Scotty. This was like MySpace days. And I was like, I can do that. Because like I was listening to Lauryn Hill, but she wasn't around. So I was like, I don't see no women out here. And when Nicki showed like, you could do this, I was like, I want to do it. I want to do it.
That's tight, man. To have that. I mean, you know, when I was younger too, I had my musical influences, like, and I felt like I wanted to be a fighter. But
really?
Yeah, but I'm listening to Snoop Dogg at the same time. I'm like, these niggas talk about gin and juice.
Yeah,
it looked fun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The fighter niggas, these niggas over here working. You know,
you never went through a rap stage, like a phase?
I went through a rap phase.
Okay.
I definitely went through a rap phase, and I stopped the rap phase. I'm gonna tell you why I stopped the rap phase. I stopped the rap phase because that shit was expensive as fuck.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. You have to be super dedicated. You have to dedicate your whole life and everything to this shit. Like, you gotta sacrifice everything for music.
Yeah.
And I felt like I think I started too late to be doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got kids now, all these shit. And I was like, I ain't fully in it. If I'm fully in it, I mean, I can kick it with y'all, stay with y'all. It's like studio all the time. And you got to really dedicate yourself to that shit. And videos.
Yes, it's expensive.
Yeah, photographers. Like, it's a whole team that got to be around you, you know? Like, it's a whole team. And then, like, on top of that, like, the industry will eat your ass up.
It will.
Like, and it'll eat you up, chew you up, spit you back out. And these motherfuckers are scandalous out here.
They are.
They are tremendously scandalous, you know what I'm saying? But I know with your mama, you know, in the relationships everybody have and everybody putting that on you, but I know people are still like trying to step on you and push you out the way and do all of that shit.
Because to them, it's like, that's Tami's daughter, you know? So when I did the BET Cypher in 2019, that's when I saw like people was really saying, oh, that's Jazz Anderson. But I had been doing music before the Cypher for like 4 years. People saw me rap on TV when I was on Signed on VH1 with Rick Ross and Lenny Santiago, but it was like they still put me in that Tami daughter, like riding her coattail. So then when I did the Cypher, it was like, oh, okay, BET recognized her? Okay, she do this.
Yeah, but still though, like how the fuck that make you feel? You gotta sit in, and it's like, damn, I gotta be in her. They shadow, they don't even rap.
Right, exactly.
You know
That's what's so crazy. We're in 2 different fields, but you know, I think she's legendary. Like when it comes to reality TV, being a pioneer for it. So people are automatically going to be like, well, what is your daughter going to do? What is she like? How is she going to live up to what you did? But I don't feel away. My mom always just tells me, just stay true to yourself and stay on your path. And that's what I've been doing, and it's been working.
Stay on your path for sure. Like, but it has to be like kind of fucked up. Like, bro, I'm rapping. Like, I'm not doing that. Like,
yeah, it was. But now I'm at the point where I just don't give a fuck. Like, I'm like, I rap. People know I'm cold now, so I'm like, I just got to keep putting in the work.
Did social media ever like bother you like at any point in your life? You know, like when you was younger? Because I know
when
them
I was
comments.
younger,
I know them comments is crazy.
The comments are crazy. But when I was younger, when she was on Basketball Wives, and that was such a crazy time because everything she did, people don't realize like. Everything, like when you're on TV, it affects everybody around you. Yeah. You know, so me and my sister had to deal with a lot of that. But I would like deactivate my Twitter, Facebook at the time, but now I don't care. And I'm happy for that because it showed me like half of these people just want a response anyway.
Yeah, they do.
So now I just don't respond.
Well, with social media now, like, you know, and with your mom, like what she be doing, like the ridicule that she be facing and shit, and the shit that she be going through, like, how does that shit make you feel now? Like, what's the conversations in the house to get over that shit? Because I know, like, it has to be a certain, like, way to maneuver out of it, and you gotta tell certain family members, like, hold down, because everybody ain't like you. Because
that is so true.
Yeah, it's like certain niggas is like, I'm finna kill somebody.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so true. Yeah.
I know, and her, she probably like, hold on.
Yeah,
like,
she is like that. Like with me and my sister, like, don't respond to that. You know, she just takes it all to the chin, really. You know, so. You know, she's such a strong-minded individual, and I think that's why I am the way I am. So now we're at the point where nothing can really faze us. Like, even when I'm on the blogs for something, I'm like, I don't care. Who cares?
So how many siblings do you have?
I have one.
Just a sister? Younger or older?
She's older.
Older?
Yeah, she's in law school.
Oh, so she's going to be a lawyer.
Yeah, we're like, it's so funny because we're like 2 totally different people. Like, I'm the rapper with the tattoos, and she's the lawyer who's like chill and smart.
Yeah. You also the sister that's on social media,
right?
Going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead. Hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Let me sit up.
Now,
where we going with
go
this?
ahead. You know what I'm saying? You also, you know what I'm saying? Girlfriends fighting over here. Like I'm like, hold on. I think I'm in some cool shit. I'm finna talk about some shit, rap shit. Maybe we can talk about some family shit, but I'm tapping into this. I'm like,
I like how you put that in there. Like.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about. I'm like, you a player.
No, we not about to do that.
No, you a real player out here. You know what I'm saying? No. And you got these young ladies out here looking crazy on the ground. Like, I'm like,
don't do me like that.
I'm like, get the fuck up. No. But I'm finna ask Jazz. I'm just like, what happened? Like, what did you tell them for them to take it upon themselves to go out there by themselves without you?
First off, I was out there.
You was out there? Oh, my God.
Oh, you are too funny.
Oh, my God.
You was gassing this up too much.
No, hold on. So who idea was it to pull up? No, we gonna pull up. Look, we gonna pull up right here. God. We gonna pull up. You hop out. No, you hop out. I can't be really seen like that. Do your thing. Because we were talking about it at the house. Do your thing. Come on.
they were going. One of them is my girlfriend. So
I know.
they were going back and forth on social media. So it was one of those things of like my ex. It was my ex called my new girlfriend's fade. She pulled up. So I just went to make sure. I went to make sure nobody jumped in.
Because you was ready.
Yes.
So
in the video, people say, why Jazz not doing nothing? But my girl told me, man, I'm from Dallas, Texas. Like, let me get my one in. But if somebody tried to jump me, then
you
boom.
jump in.
Right.
And you was ready.
Oh, I was ready. You probably didn't know it's because I had the hoodie up.
Oh, my God.
I had my hoodie up.
So when your mama seen this shit, she's like, you know what? And you had to explain to her, like, mama, this is the part of rapping and shit. Look, I'm a rapper.
No.
This was happening. This shit get dangerous out here. What the fuck are you doing?
It was so embarrassing. I was shooting a music video and she texted me and said, WTF. And I knew what it was for. I was like, hey, you guys, I have to step away real quick. And I called her and I broke everything down. She was like, come on, Jazz.
What that conversation like? Please tell me. Because
it was crazy because she wasn't as mad as I thought she would be. And that's what kind of threw me off. But I think once I explained it, and she really likes my new girlfriend. So to her, it was just like, y'all don't need to be fighting. And she was like, it had already been brewing. Their beef had been brewing. Yeah. So my mom told my girlfriend then, don't fight. Like, just leave it alone. Boom. But I was like, something was said, and once that was said, I couldn't even stop her. Yeah. So.
I'm like, I'm asking about this shit. Is crazy. This is too spicy for me. Don't even worry about it. But coming out as bisexual, did you feel like, you know what, I'm finna come out and express myself, and I'm finna like, and have, teach these other girls that you could be bold and strong and believe in yourself, and you don't gotta hide this shit from nobody. Just be who you are.
Right. Yeah. At first, I was very nervous because I was like, where does that put me in the rap game? Because you only have a certain type of female rapper. Yeah. You either have your sex kitten. You got like gay, like Young M.A., or it's kind of like a lyrical miracle. So I was like, well, how are people gonna see me image-wise? So that's what I was more so worried about. But, I was like, I'm on a talk show on Fox Soul called The Mix. And I was like, you know what? There were things brewing behind the scenes. And I was like, I don't want nobody to ever tell my story for me. So that's when I was just like, I have to do it. But I was 24. So I was like, I think it's a good time anyway.
Did moms know about it already?
Yeah, she already knew, and that's why I didn't really feel no way, because I always say I just have to answer to God, the mirror, and my mom.
Yeah, so how did mom feel about that?
She was hurt. She was very hurt. She cried. She was like, I'm not going to get kids, the wedding, like it was like so dramatic. Yeah. She felt like she misguided me or let me down. Then it was the talk of, if your dad was there, would you still, be bisexual? So it was all that I had to tell her, it's not your fault. Yeah. It's my life, and that's who I am.
I feel like you shouldn't be disappointed as a parent.
Now she's not, though. Yeah. But at first,
because they kind of a little old school maybe mentality. Exactly. But I feel like, now being younger, in this generation, you should be accepting, of what's going on. Right. Like, because my daughter is 12 years old, and she said that shit.
Really?
Yeah, she said it, but and her mom, finna go crazy.
That was my mom. Yeah.
But she had dad there, which is me, and I'm very supportive. I'm gonna see what's going on with my daughter. So I'm looking at my daughter. I weighed on it a little bit before I went over there. I had to think about what I was finna say, what I was finna do, because you just can't get over there and just scold you for something like that's like in you. Like I didn't.
Yeah, because some kids will like see it early. I didn't till I was like 19. Yeah. 18, 19 when I went to college. Then
Okay. Yeah. That's I had to pull up on my daughter. I'm like, we ain't doing none of that.
Right. Yeah.
You can like who you want.
Young. Yeah.
You can like who you want. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. But we ain't doing that.
Right.
That's my only little conversation with her. I'm like, just be
awesome,
cool. Dear, you can do whatever you want. Dad is accepting whatever you got going on. Like, cool. Like,
that's awesome. I wish my dad sees me on the blogs about my relationship. All that. He still hasn't reached out about even my sexuality.
Nothing.
So no.
That has to bother you.
It does, but I'm like, what can you can't change somebody.
And one thing that does bother me about that and not having my dad there like that is because I had kids.
Right.
And my dad and my kids like, man, where your daddy?
Mm-hmm.
And they like, what he look like? Where is he at?
Right.
And then I'm like, what do I tell him? Is he dead?
Right.
Or do I tell him like, nah, he just over there, like he just don't fuck with me? Or like, how do you tell a 4-year-old, 5-year-old?
Yeah, that's
like,
tough.
yeah, that's tough. Like, that's tough on me. Like, you put me in a fucked up situation, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's true though.
And you making me go back and go, now you making me hate you more,
Right,
nigga. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
It's just like, you can't be doing your fucking
Can't.
kids like that,
You
man.
can't.
You can't do that shit. So, you know, relationship-wise, you, in your music, I'm listening to your music now. I'm here. Since yesterday, I'm riding all the way up here off your recent tape. But it's just a whole bunch of, you know, the dick, the
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me
And,
explain that.
Yeah.
So that's why we called it the experiment, because for me, I had dropped my other project, Separation Anxiety, which was me like getting away from TV world and people seeing me like that and people having separation anxiety because they want to see me in one way. That's the Tammy's daughter. So that was that project. I feel like it didn't get much love like that. So my team was like, well, let's do something called the experiment, where it's like, well, this is what y'all listening to. This is what y'all like. So let's do an experiment and give y'all all them type of records. So if you notice, we got the skits in there and stuff because basically at the beginning, they're basically building a female rapper. So then it goes into those type of records but then at the end of the project on Deep Soul, it's like, I don't want to do this shit. Basically, if I have to, you know, talk about all this to make it, I don't want to do it.
Man, you got bars. So I'm finna go to
you.
this song
Okay.
that I really like. Let me see where this motherfucker at. This shit really bang. I'm like, hold on. She might have to resurface this bitch and go back. It's called Want Some.
Oh, Want Some.
Want Some. That
Yeah,
shit
that one,
bang.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the one.
Yeah,
That's
thank
a
you.
one. That's a
lot
one.
of people like that one, but that was definitely out of my comfort zone.
It was? That's good.
Yeah.
Get back in that zone.
Okay. Bet.
Yeah,
I'll take
get back in that
advice.
zone. That shit was hard.
Thank
That
you.
shit is hard. Like, and I'm like, hold on, you are lyrical though. You are lyrical.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are lyrical.
But you know, people don't want to be overwhelmed with that. So that's why, like, I kind of had to, and it took me a while to understand that because it's so crazy. Like, my whole career, like, when I sat down with Ross, he said, you're so dope, but your image is off. And I
Yeah.
needed that. Like, I needed someone because I didn't have a team like that to tell me, like, you can't do whatever you want to do as artists. So I needed Lenny Santiago and Ross to tell me, like, you're dope, but you're not going to pop because your image is off and you don't want to listen to nobody. You think you know everything. So then when I take that advice, and then it's like people telling me, you don't have to overwhelm people with bars. Like, sometimes we just want to vibe out. So that's with that project. I was like, let me just chill a bit and, like, just give them some vibes.
Yeah, give me some vibes. I don't want to hear Eminem. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not like that.
I want to go Future. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
We need that
I want
sometimes.
some. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I want that. But as a female rapper and image, and with the image thing, like, damn, like, where do you see yourself at? Because I feel like it is one track with females. Like, you have to be sexy. Like, you gotta have ass. It was like, at one point, it was just like BBL or nothing.
Yes.
Like,
BBL or die, like, for real.
Yeah, it's just like
For real.
It's like ass and hips, and it's like, what do you do? Like, so, and I know that's kind of like discouraging, like, for some female rappers, because I mean they do have, like, you got bars,
Right.
like, it's some like aspect.
I think there could be a happy medium. Like, I think Tiana Taylor does that so well. She's so dope, so fly, comfortable in her skin, but can still give you sexy. So I feel like there just has to be, I'm trying to think of who else, like, female rapper wise. I think Lakia does a great job at that. You know, so it's just like they paying more attention to us now. I feel like they're not expecting us to oversell sex as much.
Oversell sex, yeah.
But I was surprised at myself because I ended up on the surgery table. And I had always said I'll never get work done.
What the fuck did you get done?
So
what?
I got what is it called? Lipo 360 and abs. I went to Dr. Curves in Atlanta. I knew he was gonna laugh. I'm like,
Hey man, you know what? Give me the ass, man. I need the 6-pack. I'm tired of this shit.
first
nigga.
off, it's not a 6-pack.
No.
It's womanly, but I was like, I need something to, like,
Scope
give me
me,
some
man.
curves. Yeah, something, because I was like straight down. So he kind of scoped it. You can't, I'm hoodie, but you know, he did a great job.
So you was boxy.
I was boxy.
And you felt like I needed a little.
Yeah, and even it was like, do you want to get a skinny BBL? I was like, no, I don't want anything in my ass, nothing. I just want you to give me some shape.
Yeah.
A little bit with what I already got. So.
Was that for the music aspect of it, or just because the clothes and the way it was? You
it was
fitting,
me.
like,
it was becoming an insecurity, and then when the pandemic first hit, I was just in the house drinking, having fun parties, and I got a gut. It was crazy. Like I had a gut, and I was like, I can't walk around like this.
So you said, "Fuck working out."
No, I did work out, and I wasn't seeing the results. I would be in the gym like every day.
'Cause we can't go to Cheesecake Factory and then go to 24-hour fitness and then expect the results.
That was my problem.
You definitely got to eat right.
Exactly. My eating habits. And then when I would go out with friends, oh, give me a shot. I'm like, that's carbs right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just was like, just suck this out. Take it out. So.
I mean, and then you do have to call your support system again and tell her, look,
yes,
Mom finna go.
And that's what she said. She was like, you have been working out, and I understand you've talked about this for a while. If you didn't see the results, boom, boom, boom. So she was like, I'll back you. You could do it.
I definitely agree with surgery with women. I'm not even gonna lie. As far as secure, like if you insecure, you know, whatever that makes you feel happy, you know, then put you in that happy place. I definitely agree with surgery. Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, people can downplay, the surgery, but like, nah, like most women, like some, like I ain't gonna say most women, but some women like really need that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my God,
everybody ain't got good genes, like to know, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody ain't got the, you know, like they can be working out crazy. Like
that's true,
it's not gonna it's not gonna show, bro. Like some people just need that, just a little nip and tuck, but you don't want to do the nip and tuck because you got her behind you hating on you.
Right.
She want the nip and tuck too. She don't want you to get it. You feel me? You got somebody in your ear. Now you ain't doing it. Like now you got two insecurities because you don't want everybody to know what's going on.
Right.
And say the shit fake.
Yeah.
Oh, you fake. But whatever, you know what I'm saying?
That's not the point I was at. I was like, whatever, I don't care. I did a whole video with him to let people know I'm going to get the surgery. And I got hit in the comments, oh my God, you said you would never. You were supposed to be the female rapper that had the natural body. They lit me up. I was like, oh my gosh, you guys.
I hope Lakia don't do that shit cause she about this fucking big. Lakia don't do that shit, bruh, cause they gonna get on you too, but fuck it. You know, it's all good.
Yeah, you got to do what makes you happy. So that's at the point I'm at.
Yeah, you definitely got to do what makes you happy, man. So, yeah, again, you be on the internet.
Yes.
Going crazy.
Oh, God. What you about to hit me with now?
I just want to ask you, you know, your mom is big. You know, and anything she does say or, you know, comment on the internet, people might take offense to it or whatever, and they feel like they gotta, you know, get in there and say extra shit. You feel me? So I wonder, you know, like with the Coi Leray incident.
I was like, where he segueing this? Okay. That was a good intro. That was a nice little segue.
Yeah, with the Coi Leray incident, did you feel like you needed to do that? Like, you know what? I need some clout on my name, you know, or did you really want to just defend your mom? Because you defended your mom music-wise.
Right. So for me, when people were saying the clout thing, I want people to understand something. And this is going to come off maybe a little arrogant, but I was on TV since I was 14 years old. The last time I was on TV was I was 23, 24. She probably knew me before I knew of her. And I'm going to just keep it like that. So with me, we're rappers. So I've never met the girl. I don't hate her. But I was like, you being very disrespectful to somebody, to an elder at the end of the day. Nobody's talking about your dad, none of that. I felt like maybe she misunderstood the comment. But then it's like, apologize. And you have to apologize publicly because you did it publicly. So for me, when I saw that wasn't happening and she was still talking, I said, okay, well, let's be rappers. I didn't need the clout or anything. I did that in my room. I have a whole studio in my room. I did that in an hour.
Man, well, me, I'm like, she's very strategic because I feel like she can't fuck with her, like, lyrically. So it's just like,
well, you see,
if you get on a track, you done. And I was like, I know she wanted to get on the track. So I'm listening, I'm looking at this shit too. I'm like, she really never got on the track. It's like, she want to go live.
Right. But
You know
she
what I'm saying?
apologized, and that's all I wanted.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was like, okay, I'll take it down now. You got it. Just apologize. I knew she wasn't gonna rap with me though, and I didn't really expect her to. So once people were
Cause she
sending me,
ain't fucking with you.
well, we're not gonna do that, but you know, and I like Blick Blick. I like her music, but it was just
Yeah.
like the disrespect part of it. But I feel like if you're a rapper, you should defend. You
Yeah.
should, you know, why not get on the mic with me? But nah, it wasn't happening.
And that too, I feel like, okay. I mean, it's moments there too. I feel like in that, I feel like, okay, these motherfuckers is overlooking me. These
True.
motherfuckers is overlooking me.
Yes.
So this is my moment here to shine. I'm finna get this shit right quick. I'm
Right.
gonna get this off. Even if you don't respond, I'm gonna get this
Get
off
it off.
because
Exactly.
they overlooking me in this shit, and I'm tired.
Yeah.
Of this shit, and I felt like you was at that moment too. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
that
tired.
was a mix of it too.
Yeah.
That and disrespect, I don't take one of that. So I was like, yeah, but it's crazy. Once again, I was like, I told my mom, hey, I'm about to drop something. So
Yeah. Why do you feel like they overlooking you?
I don't know. When people ask me that, I honestly don't know. I think I haven't had that hit single yet, which you could rap your ass off, but at the end of the day, it's marketing, it's a business. So I think I haven't found that hit single yet. But once that single comes, then I feel like they'll listen to everything else that I did before that and be like, yo,
You think it's a single?
yeah, it's a single. It's a single because the videos are on point. We got the budget. I look the way I need to look on set. Like, it's not image. It's not none of that. It's like the music at this point, the single. You need a hit single.
And like, who are you working with to figure that out, to like search for that and get that off?
Yeah, so I'm in Houston. I'm based out of Houston, so I'm with the Mob, so Mob Ties. So, you know, everything's in-house, in the studio, all the producers and stuff like that. So I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong. It's just like, we just got to keep working till we get that record.
Mob Ties, man.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
Ooh, I've been in Houston for a while now. I don't even remember. I think my manager, Rudy, we had met at a mixer or something like that. And we just ended up hitting it off. I needed a manager at the time, and he was like, come be a part of the Mob, because he's a part of the Mob. So, and the vibes were great. Like,
Oh, the vibes are great out there rather than being out here in Los Angeles? Because I would have...
no, I was talking
would've-
about with the team.
Oh, okay.
So it just made sense for me. Like, everybody's so welcoming, you know. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it for sure. Especially because of, like, their stamp in Houston. Like, it doesn't make sense to not do that. So...
I would mean, as an artist, to be out here, you know, I think you can build like way more relationships out here, though,
I agree.
as an artist. You know, being in these studios, you
Yes.
knock on the door, it'd be a nigga over there. You might run into a person and you get that feature and boom, they're
yeah,
single.
but that's the point I'm at. Like, I moved out of Houston. I'm not in Houston no more.
Oh,
So-
okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the A. I'm in the A now, which is
Okay.
also, you know, great connects as well. But like, Houston's too slow.
Well, being that you were in the industry so long, being as a kid, and then you were on a show called Signed, and you were doing your thing on there, and you got eliminated on there. Like, what lessons did you learn after being eliminated?
So I was that artist that thought I knew everything. It was so bad, and I don't even know why I was like that, because I hadn't really. I had done things musically, like I did BET Music Matters and things like that, but. It's like, obviously, you're not doing something right, so you should listen to people who are trying to guide you. So for me, I needed them to basically tell me, you don't know everything.
Yeah.
And we don't want to work. We're not going to work with you until you fix this.
I would have. I didn't want to talk about like fighting for like at least 15 minutes, because I would have segued this back into your ass. The real reason your ass got eliminated.
Oh, my God. You
I
just
was
keep
hoping
them coming.
I just was hoping you was gonna tell me. You know what I'm saying? But that is a great learning lesson, you know, in the industry, and just being a hothead, thinking you know
Yes.
everything. You know, these white people don't be, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
don't take to aggression like that. If
No.
they'll try to calm you down a little bit if you keep going. They're like, hold on, you're too hostile for
and
me.
that's where what happened behind the scenes, which I spoke to Smalls Eyes about. I'm assuming that's where you got it from, but yeah, me and somebody else got into basically a physical altercation behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And I was like, every time I see her, I'm gonna whoop her ass. So production is like, oh my God, we can't have this. Like,
oh no, they thinking insurance.
Right. It was
know?
too much. And that's, it was definitely a learning lesson. Like, you're never bigger than the platform, none of that. Like, you have to humble yourself. And I thought, like, they ain't gonna eliminate me. I'm the hardest rapper here. So then you mix that with them saying, Rick Ross and Lenny saying, well, your image isn't right anyway. Hey, you a hi-hat. Hey, you don't listen? Get out. Like, get out.
Damn, is that like, how?
They weren't like that. Like, I see them out now and it's all love, but it was definitely,
that
I needed
humbling
that
moment.
Yeah, I needed
That's
that.
that humbling moment that you needed. Like,
Yeah.
did you feel like, fuck, did you go home, like, soak it all in? Like, bruh, like, what am I doing?
I didn't, because once again, like, I cried when I got eliminated on TV because I was like, man, like, they really eliminated me.
Yeah.
But then when I talked to my mom about it, it was basically just like, yeah, like, everything's a learning experience. You need to listen. You need to stop being a hothead and just out here acting up.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like when I'm in the rooms, I'm not the type of person who's going to wild out and all that. Like, I'm not that person. But behind the scenes sometimes can get a little crazy, and that you don't ever want that to mix with the music, with my career. So
yeah, because there some people, and you won't even notice, they'll try to throw a little wrench in there, a little monkey wrench in there, and still, it's little bitty things, and the people try to do the blackball. I mean, they can't blackball you a lot, but if you get in these certain spaces, like, everybody know each other. They gonna be like, oh, that was her,
right?
Oh, we can't fuck with her.
Exactly.
And you can't do that shit. Even though, moms or dad, who they are, they still probably like, doing this shit. Like,
it's politics for sure. Luckily, like, VH1 still loves me. I still got other things coming with them. But yeah, if any other situation, you're absolutely right. The production company could have been like, don't ever have her on any, like, she's crazy. But luckily it wasn't that.
So would you rather take entertainment or rap? Which is better?
That's tough, because the talk show that I'm on now, I was like, wow, I never saw myself like as a host or doing any of that. I thought it was just rap, but I fell in love with it. I had I hosted the Essence Summit like last year, and I was like, wow, they really see me as a host. So I don't know. I don't want to ever block my blessings, so I just try to do them simultaneously.
Yeah, because you never know what you could do out here.
Exactly.
You never know really what's your calling.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's in your blood. Like, you don't know. Like, you really out here. Like, like you sitting at the table. Like, it's out here. It's for you. Like, it's a blessing. Like, it's a calling. Like,
Thank you.
like, so you never know. So you got to do 100 things.
That's true.
You do. You really do. Like, for me too, like I went through that phase too, like a rapper phase.
Because I knew you from fashion.
That's
when I was in high school, and I was like, oh, I need that brand that you had at the time. And I was like, it was like the store you had was like a tourist attraction. Do you know that? No. Like, people would go and be like, I'm going to that store. I don't know the relation, so I don't want to say the name if I can't, But,
you can say that.
Oh, Last King, that was my shit. Straight out of LA. That was my shit, okay?
You can say
everything Last King.
Yeah.
Okay?
It definitely was a tourist
It was a
attraction.
phase. Like,
yeah,
I don't think that was a phase in the city, for real.
Yeah, it definitely was a phase.
That's how I knew you.
Yep. I mean, I was trying shit. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's try fashion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I tried it with my girl too. I'm like, well, fuck it, we gonna try it with you too.
Yeah.
Like, But still, when I got here though, when I like start speaking on this mic, like, it was just like a light, like,
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is easy money.
Yeah.
Like, I could do this shit like forever.
Yeah. That's
Like,
dope.
so yeah, man. But like, what was your musical inspirations, or who are you listening to currently right now?
Okay, so I am a huge Meek Mill fan.
Yeah.
I love Meek Mill, so that's pretty much all I listen to. I'll throw some Dirk in there. Always gonna love Nicki, so when Nicki, drops, I've listened. But it's pretty much just Meek Mill and Dirk right now.
Top 5 girls out right now.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, I'm like, oh gosh. I'm like, yeah, maybe not.
They be trying to get you out of there.
I'm not gonna give an order.
You don't have to.
Okay, I won't give an order. But definitely got to put Nicki in there. I really like Lakia.
You really love Nicki,
love
huh?
Nicki.
I love Nicki too. I'm not even gonna lie, man.
I might be a Barb. Like people be like, I think you're a Barb, Jazz. I'm like, I don't know. I just love her. Like
If
she's
that's what
awesome.
we calling it, fuck
Yeah,
it.
I'll
I
be
mean,
that.
yeah, I love Nicki.
So right now, okay, so I'm definitely got Nicki in my playlist. Lakia. I like Dreezy a lot.
Dreezy got
Yeah,
bars.
I feel like Dreezy.
She killed that
Dreezy
verse
dope.
on the game, little on tape too. She hard.
Yeah, she is. So I got Dreezy in there. I got Rhapsody in there. I love Rhapsody.
Rhapsody's hard.
Yes. What am I at 4 right now? I can't put me in there, right?
You can do what the fuck you
Let
want
me
to
throw
do.
myself in there.
Yeah.
Because I want to be real. Like I don't got nobody else female rapper wise really in my playlist.
Right now, if you had a chance to, like, who would you work with?
Male or female?
Male or female?
Well, okay, so once again, like speaking on that hit record, I'm big on production wise. So I want to work with Hitmaker. I think he'll make me
As
a
a
hit.
producer.
Yeah.
But who would you work
Oh,
with as
artist?
an artist? Hitmaker do make some hits. I
Yeah,
ain't
he
gonna lie.
do.
He doing it up.
As an artist. I mean, yeah, you get that Drake record, you out of there.
You
So
gone.
you gone. You know, it's just what you do with it after that. But I guess I'll say Drake. I feel like that would take my career to the next level for sure.
Damn, you just went straight to Drake. I fuck with it. Yeah, I fuck with it. I fuck with it. Like, Hitmaker, though, I fuck with him, too.
Yes.
Like, before we get out of here, though, like, what, have you ever hit up anybody and they just blatantly ignored you and it put you in your feelings?
Like what level, business or like I'm
Just
sliding
rap.
in your DM? Oh, okay. Just rap. No, I can't say that's happened.
Damn,
But I'm not a big DMer.
Yeah.
Like, so
Me
that's
either.
never happened.
I ain't trying
I'm trying to think. Has anybody ever ignored that was like rapper wise?
And you tried to get that feature and the nigga just like, super ignored you.
No.
Damn.
They respond.
They respond?
Now they might hit me with a price. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Where
that's
it's like,
scandalous.
yeah, but I mean, I think that
Is
it's
it,
a
is
business.
it women or men?
No, it'd be men.
It'd be men.
Yeah,
And that's
and it's
fucked
only been
up.
like twice.
Twice?
Out of all the rappers that I know that are men, but
I would say they hit you back too because you are a girl,
right.
you know, and then they hit you with a price. Megan Thee Stallion was just talking about that when she
Yeah,
had to pay
guys
for
will-
that feature
yeah.
from Future, and I just was like, damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
She's your peer though. Like, this is Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, that's Megan. That's different. I
Like,
don't.
come on.
But I think Lil Baby even said the same thing. Like every feature he does, he's paid for it. Even if you like, it might not be that high of a price, but it's like hit me off with this, but I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. All right. Before we get out of here, this is my last question. What does family mean to you?
I like that question. It means your support system and your confidant. I would say your support system and confidant and love. I feel like family is where your heart should be. How they say home is where the heart is. I feel like that's family. Now, my family is not big, so it depends on what you give it. But like my mom, my stepdad, and my sister, those are like this to me. So that is my family.
I like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, make sure you shout out everything you got going on, what you got coming up, Instagrams,
Gotcha.
whatever you got going on so we can see what to do.
Do I look at this or which
Whatever.
one?
This
Okay.
camera's on you.
I'm like, this one? Oh, okay. So you guys can follow me on Instagram at Jazz Anderson, Jazz Anderson. You can watch me every Tuesday on Fox Soul on my talk show, The Mix, about to come back in the fall. And I also did theme song for House of Vicious on BET. It comes on every Wednesday at 8, 7 Central. So if you want to hear my music, you can hear it at the intro of the show. And then stream all my music. I just did a Mind Your Business freestyle too. I don't know if you've seen that. But yeah, go watch that too. It's on my page.
I watched all that shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just had to check.
Yeah,
I just had to make sure.
I'm detailed. It's some shit I didn't want to ask.
Oh, God. I'm like, because I don't know what you're going to
Yeah.
say.
All right, y'all. We go. You know what I'm saying? Back on fit. Y'all make sure y'all do that. SoSoReller.com, man. Something for the ladies, man. We up out of here. Gone.